Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NBA previews and predictions for Monday, January 18th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to this channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, guys, before we get on to today's NBA forecast, I've got the 80% club stats here for the NBA. In fact, there's one stat that has a 90% winning angle. It's a totals angle on tonight's game involving the Warriors. In fact, if you just click on the Steph Curry link or picture, it's going to take you to all the top 80% club stats today, and it's all for free right here at ATSstats.com. Anytime you see a blue star, guys, that's an 80% club or higher stat. Anytime you see a red star, it's 60%. And if you see a red one, it's basically a fade. It's 30% or lower, so you want to fade those ones. And you can get that for free just by visiting our website, ATSstats.com. And if you're an NHL fan, you'll see a picture of Connor McDavid here. We also got the same thing involving the NHL for today's game. All right, let's get to your forecast here today involving 9 NBA games, including the New York Knicks, who pulled an upset yesterday against the Boston Celtics. So going into today's game, Orlando, a 2-point road favorite, over-under set at 206. ATS forecast, computer picks, he's a tight one here, 104.83, 104.1, the over-under at 208.93, 62% chance of covering for the Knicks, coming off that 105-75 win in Boston yesterday. Big upset for the Knicks. Kogo is at 47%. Kogo stands for chance of game, going over the total today at Madison Square Gardens. Minnesota taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Now, Atlanta really, after a hot start, they're 5-7 on the season. But look at the under. And again, perception is reality, right? So what do they say? That perception is 9/10 of the law type thing or something like that. But when you look at the perception of the Atlanta Hawks, all that firepower, you think high-scoring games, right? Not so much. Look at the over-under on their games. 2-10-0 to the under. And looking at the line in this game, minus 7.5 for Atlanta. The over-under at 227. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to see Hawks victory here over the 3-8 Minnesota T-Wolves. 112-108. The over-under landing on 221.08. So it does like it to go under the total. And looking at the Kogo here is at 66%. Value-wise, though, on the Raymond Report, we look at 3 things. We look at value, percentage play, and performance cycles. And from a value perspective, we had Atlanta at minus 123, 1.23, and you're laying 7.5. So a lot of no value, in my opinion, on the Atlanta Hawks today. But they could be worth a shot, considering they're on a 2 ATS straight up and ATS loss. And for the Minnesota Timberwolves, obviously their last game must have been canceled because we have a 0-0 here, but I'll check that out. Detroit taking on Miami. Now the side here has the Heat, a 5-point favorite. The over-under at 218. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with the Heat here, 110-109. Real tight one, a 1-point win here for the Heat, who are coming off a back-to-back loss here. 3-game losing streak, but a back loss here to the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons won the last game here, 120-100. And looking at today's Kogo is at 41%, meaning a 59% chance of this game going under the total. Miami 4-7 on the season, and this is where some of these teams that played into the bubble, here's the wear and tear that's starting to take place, right? Injuries and all that. So that's something you want to keep an eye on. All those teams that played late into the summer, see how they're doing right now with the number of shorter days rest compared to a lot of teams who didn't play as many games as Miami Heat. Looking at the Pistons here, 38% chance of covering today against Miami. San Antonio taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Now, Portland goes into this one as a 1.5-point home underdog. The over-under set at 224. ATS forecast likes the Trailblazers here. 120-116. The over-under at 236.7. Looking at the chance of covering, does favor Portland here, who are coming off a 112-106 win over the Hawks, where San Antonio beat the Rockets in their last game, 103-91. They're 7-6 on the season, where the Portland Trailblazers 8-5 on the year, a quiet 8-5 really, and the Kogo today is at 71%, so a high total here for San Antonio. Let me check their over/under record: 5-8 on the season for Portland, 6-7. Here why. The last 4 games for San Antonio has gone under the total, and the last 2 for Portland, so that's why you're seeing a high percentage play favoring the over. Phoenix taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, Memphis coming off a 106-104 win over the Sixers, so maybe a letdown spot here today for Memphis, taking on the Suns. And looking at the line here, we have Phoenix at -3.5, over-under at 222. Forecast going with the Suns here, 117-116, the over-under at 233. 52% chance of winning for the 7-4 Phoenix Suns, and the Kogo is set at 58%. Looking at the value index here, we had Phoenix at 4.64, so you are getting value here on the Suns, and for the you're also getting value on the Memphis Grizzlies. We had them at plus 0.3. You're getting 3.5. Milwaukee taking on the Brooklyn Nets. This should be the game of the day here. Looking at the line, this game -1.5 for the Bucks. Over under set at 237. ATS forecast, the computer pick, gonna lean with the, oh boy, look at this, 105.75 for the Bucks, 105.13 for the Nets. The over under at 210, so it likes it to go way under total. I can't wait to see what the ATS calculator has here. And looking at the chance of covering, 60% for the Bucks, who are on a 4-game win streak, and 9-4 on the year. But they started very inconsistent, so let's see if they can keep this going today against the new James Harden and company and Kevin Durant, the new Batman and Robin in Brooklyn. So let's see what's going to happen here today. Should be a great game. Looking forward to watching this one. And you got the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Toronto Raptors. Now the Raps coming off a 116-113 win over Charlotte. So they won 2 against the Hornets, 2 close ones. So we'll see what's going to happen today against Dallas Mavericks, who really yesterday were never in that game against the Bulls. Full credit to the Chicago Bulls after a tough loss to OKC. Came back, and this is a Bulls team I really like. They're well coached, and but they're going into Dallas is going into Toronto tonight as a 3-point road underdog. I don't know if I'd hey, the Raptors are 4-8. They're really not the same Raptors who we thought they were from the past, right? So I think there's a lot of value here on the Dallas Mavericks. Looking at the value index, -1.25. And looking for the Toronto Raptors, we had them at plus 0.65, so they're overvalued. And the forecast does like the Raptors here, 112-108, over-under at 220.7. But for Dallas, they got to find some consistency here. They can't keep on going, winning one, losing one type thing, right? Houston taking on those Chicago Bulls. The Bulls tonight, a 2-point home underdog. The over-under set at 226.5. ATS forecast, the computer pick, going to lean with the Rockets here. Computer must think James Harden still is playing for the Rockets here. 117-106, the over-under at 223.96. Looking at the Bulls here, 32% chance of covering, 5-8 on the season, but they've been a pretty good point spread machine. I have to check the Raymond Report, see what their point spread record, and playing 2 back-to-back games. So let's see if that has any effect tonight on a travel back to Chicago. And they were just coming off the West Coast, and they went to Dallas. So maybe that's why there's a little bit of a line persuasion here going towards the Rockets, who are 4-7 on the year, 3-7-1 to the under. The Kogo is at 61%. And the other game of the night, the Golden State Warriors against the LA Lakers. Now the Lakers are 8.5-point home favorite, over-under set at 226. ATS forecast, going to lean with the Lakers here, 118-109, over-under at 227. The Warriors, a 63% chance of covering, according to the Raymond Report Law of Average Theory. They're on a 2-game straight up and an ATS loss, but on 3 days rest, so they're probably itching to go here tonight with their 6-6 record against the 11-3 LA Lakers, who are on a 5-game win streak, and their value on the game tonight was -11. So if you do like the Lakers, you got value, and if you do like the Warriors, you also have value at +8.5. We had them at +5.26 on the Raymond Report. Chance of this game going over the total is at 74%. So there you have it, guys. That's the Raymond Report today for a Monday. A happy Martin Luther King Day for our American friends in the United States. Big week this week, I know, with the inauguration. So let's hope for a safe transition, and hope everybody has a great Monday. And hope to see you here real soon on the Raymond Report. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.